does your kids have their surnames in their birth certificate, IDs and everything? And if not, why? I don't know if it's right, of which we are not going to judge, because everyone has their own stories. So welcome to RWB, where we keep life real and honest. If you're watching me for the first time, please feel welcomed and feel loved, because here we love guests and we appreciate you a lot. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell so that we'll be notified when we upload another video. And to my returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I don't take you for granted, guys. Thank you so much. And so, as I said earlier, guys, we're going to talk about surnames. And so I beg you, stay tuned, guys, and like this video as you continue watching. So let's get into it. Surname. Before I even start, let me ask my fellow parents, like, have you ever asked yourself this question, like, will this kid prefer to be named like this, or once like those kids are grown and now understand things, would they prefer to be named the way you named them, or it will be otherwise? So this is the question that I'm asking you parents out there. So in like 60% of kids here in Africa, they don't know their background, they don't know their father, they don't know their DNA, if I can say that. No, because not because they don't want, but because of their parents. Their issues with their parents when they were still maybe young, or maybe when the other parent was still pregnant. Some things maybe like happened, and so it was now like maybe this one parent, like maybe he denied the pregnancy or something, or maybe he's like they separated when they were still like, when the kid was still not like, when the mother was still pregnant. And when the kid now came, the mother now said, like, because this person is not like in the picture, maybe not name like my child after, you'll see like this kid is from like maybe from Poland, and the mother was from like maybe from the leg side, not from the from the Masai land. Let me just say that. So this kid biologically, or let me say that, is from Luo. He's supposed to be named after, supposed to name after where he's coming from. But now, because of the thing that the parent had, he's now being called like, he's being named Masai name, of which like you are. So once this kid is like grown, like maybe they want to like, he doesn't know where, like most of the kids now, once they have grown, they want to know where they're coming from. They want to know their dads. And so some, like, let me say, like most of the moms, they don't want to like to tell their kids, because I've been hearing things, like I've been hearing stories, like someone said, it was yesterday. So like when I heard that, I said like I'm going to talk about it today. So that man said like her mom, or his mom, he was a man, so his mom never like introduced him to his dad, and he wanted that so bad. So he never, until the man passed away, and that man doesn't know like the dad. I'm not going to blame women on this, because this one is like, because I believe a man is wrong and also a woman is wrong. Someone, like you can see like this woman like anajituma sana, anataka because she wants the best for her kid. So maybe anaweza reach out to the father. Now the father now akataya saying, I don't want to do anything with that kid, but akiwa when I come dogo, the father are always like that, dads are always like that, like I don't want to do anything with that kid. Now you are trying your best to reach out to him, idea, because maybe you don't know the ID, you don't know the, and most of them, they don't like, most of the single moms sometimes are like, maybe it happened to, they didn't know like the other names for their partners and everything. Maybe they knew like Dina Tumoja, they didn't know the other name. So when they give back to this kid now, when who is the dad now? That is not like, it's nowhere to be found. So you end up like giving the name, like you keep the names after maybe you name him, or after you or your dad and everything. And so some, even you will see like IDs, most men or even women, once they are grown, you'll see like unatumia mtu I'm gonna, like, you were asking someone, like maybe you are sending money to someone, let me say, and you see like this is a man, but the name appears to be like, the surname now appears to be like a woman's name. You'll be like, how? Because you see like this one is called Albert Wanjiku, yeah? This one is called Maurice Nafula, and you are like, why? Because maybe the woman tried, and sometimes when a man like refuse to take responsibility of of his actions, and let me say if his actions, because this like when these things was happening, two people are involved, it was not one person. So when you now refuse to take responsibility of your action, now this how it happens, and most of men comes to regret later, wanakuja regret baadaye after now things mambo ishaharibika. And most of women, you see like this woman maybe bahati mbaya aende afanye nini, and maybe she passed away, and she passed away and everything, and the kid now doesn't know where he's coming from, because a mother is the only person who knows the real dad to her father, as a child. And if you cannot tell this person that this is your father, and your mom is telling you, this is your father, and you cannot believe this one is your father if your mother has not approved him, because you are not there when they were So and maybe let me say maybe you go that mom maybe got married to another person, and that other person now maybe joined your kid's name into his name. Let me say into his name, and now the people out there now and they know that kid is not from that family. But even though the kid is being called is being named after this man, once maybe let me say God forbid this maybe this woman dies by mistake, that kid is will be people will be mistreating him or her. People will be now they are they be avoiding they'll be saying this is not our blood, and that kid is he's doesn't know he's that kid is in total darkness. He doesn't know where he's coming from, sometimes we do tutasanga watoto bila kujua in that for me for me my surname is not my father's name. This is why I'm saying I'm not going to blame women on this. My surname is not from my ID's name. My surname is not from my dad. It's not my dad's name. It's my mom's name. Why? Because I say I always give my story. I give a story that concerning me, I give out my own stories and my own experience on the things that I'm talking about. I don't always talk I don't usually talk about things that I don't have experience in. So yeah, I'm going to give you my story about my name, because I have my mom's name in my ID as a surname. So this is what happened. When now it was now time for me to look for IDs. When my mom separated with my dad, I did I left everything, literally everything. So when it was now time for me to have to look for an ID. I reached out to my dad. He was my dad was always he was so drunk. So every time we reached out to him he was drunk and everything. So you will not understand understand each other. So I even he took me I even took ID when when I was almost 20. I was 23 when I took my ID, and I was supposed to to have my ID when I was 18, but because of this issue that I tried I remember this day I told my dad if because you are we are not close to we're not close to each other. He was in Omega and I was in Machako, so I told him go and to a cyber and laminate or just maybe take a picture as smartphone and take a picture and send to my WhatsApp. And so I will go to a cyber and everything. So because I don't I didn't need I didn't want a real little ID of him. I only wanted a photocopy. So you know what my dad told me? My dad told me that if you want me to go like to do those things, you have like to send me money for transport, because I'm going to do things like I mean, I'm your kid. Why would I like send you money for like to do things that you're supposed to be doing as a parent? So I said like let me just leave him alone. So I took my mother, I did, and I went like for I did my things. I now my ID has my mom's name, not my dad's name. So you know, these are the things that I'm talking about, because sometimes like it's not like women's fault. It's the other sides. You understand? So like let me say, like maybe this man, maybe I was married to a man from, maybe let me say, from other tribe, and I'm from the other tribe, and we like got separated from this person when I was maybe pregnant. I was still pregnant, and I went like, you know, and maybe this man blocked me because of the maybe issue. You don't know how, like maybe it was like, maybe the situation was even worse. So you don't know what happened. Maybe I went somewhere else, and we are not like even communicating, like we can't even reach out to each other. So when this kid comes, you know guys, I have no choice but to name that kid after me. Not because I don't want to. Sometimes most of them, like some women do that because of anger, because I've even seen some like some others like changing their kids' name, like giving them their own, changing them from their dads and giving them their own, or even where they are married. And that is not like, I'm not saying that is wrong, but just like we are just thinking about their kids themselves, the kids. Like once they have grown, would they like prefer to like this? Like, you know, you are doing it because of you. Maybe you want to like to have the other person. But this kid is going to pay for it, and he's innocent. The kid is innocent. The kid she's very innocent. But now, because of your anger issues and everything, you want to punish the other person without knowing that you are punishing your own kid. That is the issue that is in Africa right now. Let me tell you that. I don't know if others are like are explaining something like this, but I'm talking about my own land. So this is what is happening in this land, guys. People are punishing each other. A man will punish a woman, a woman for leaving him. Let me say, for leaving him, and he'll be like, you are now, now do what you can do better. You said like you were not going to be with me. Now where are you asking me for things? If you want, like, even like a man can even tell you that if you want to like to name that kid after me, you have to let that kid see me first. And maybe the kid is still young and everything, so maybe we're not in good, because you know some men are even killing their kids because they don't want like women to have their blood, because they have been left with those women. So this is the fear now. You don't want like to come closer to that man, because you only need that name. Like, but a man will refuse to give you his name because he wants to punish you, and a woman will change the kid's name because he wants to punish a man. So that is the situation right now. That is why I said, like, when I was starting this video, I said like, does your kid have their surname in their birth certificate and their IDs? Because I wanted like to know, because I said like everyone has their own reason and their stories. You know, you can't like judge first, because you don't know what happened, what occurs for this person to name this kid this like this and everything. You know, so in this particular like situation, there are two people who have their own stories. One person is a woman who maybe desperately looked for that man to give the name to the kid, but the man maybe refused, because maybe he's giving like, you know, like maybe he wants like, you have like, he's giving, how can I say it, he's giving like conditions, you know, and maybe you are not like agreeing to that what he is asking. And the next person is the man. The man is willing to give the name, but the woman does not want like to give the name, because maybe the hate and everything about this man. He doesn't want to give the name, like to take his name, because of the issue that that happened between them. And so the other person is two men, one man and one woman together, who are trying to punish each other. You understand? So this man is now like, doesn't want to give name because you want to punish this woman, because you think like you cannot, like, you can do anything without me. So now name the kid the way you want, and the woman is now trying to punish the man, like, you don't want to take responsibility of this kid and you want me to name him or her after you, So it can't happen. So that is the fight that is going on between this, and at the end of it, who's going to pay for it? A kid is going to pay for it. But for me, I'd say, like, I suggest that it's good, like, to give the kids their names. Before you give birth to someone's kid, make sure you know the names very well, and maybe you just name not because not because of them, but because of this kid. Because once this kid grows old, maybe when you are not, you don't know the future about the future. So maybe when you are not even here, that kid will be able to trace the person. You understand? Like, it won't be like really hard for that kid to connect with his people, because at least he will know that I'm coming from this part of Africa, or part of Kenya, or part of this country, and it won't be like that difficult for them to be connected with their family, with their people. So yeah, that's what I think. Tell us, guys, what do you think about this story of denying our kids their real identity, real names, real surnames, and everything. So what do you think about it? Do you support it, or do you opposite? So tell me on the comment section, guys. I'll be reading them, and I'll be learning something too, because I'm also a victim, guys, and my mom was not at fault. Yeah, it happens the way it happens because my dad now refused to do what was to be done. So I had to do things my own ways, yeah, together with my sister. And so this is what, I have other kids who are not they don't have their surnames. My siblings, my small ones, they're not having their surnames at my father's name, not because they don't want, but because the father now doesn't want to cooperate. So yeah, that was the topic for today, guys. So tell me what you think about this topic, and tell me where you are watching me from. Make sure you comment something, make sure you like this video, and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. So make sure you follow me on my Instagram account. My name is Brenda Bree Official. Brenda-Bree Official. Bree is BREEH Official. So see you on my Instagram account, and I'm going to follow you back. So bye.